I just wanna boogie on down.
Boogie on down.
Boogie on down.
Down. Nishiyama daddy daddy that be the Nishiyama daddy daddy.
Ship us off to some Asian country, please. Untitled Africans in Asia. I'm dead.
Untitled
Please.
Africans take Japan.
Japan.
The Tokyo. Wangechi and Brian go to Tokyo. That doesn't have a ring to it.
Watashi Wangechi.
She and Brian Toki. Ooh. She and Bri Watashi. Watashi she. Watashi Bri. Watashi wasta.
Girl. Okay. Yeah, this is why we need
same things.
This is why we need jobs. We have too much free time on our hands.
Nishiyama daddy daddy.
It's the way you're looking at It's the way you're looking at this camera.
You gotta commit.
So seductive. Seductress.
You know, I gotta put some respect on the suit man.
And on that note, y'all, welcome back to another unhinged episode of the Untitled Africans podcast.
Last time it was
I'm your host.
This should be something else this time. Unilateral.
No.
You know, they both start with UN, but it's like a different vibe.
I'm your host, MC Batty B, aka Brian, with your girl.
Wankeshina daddy daddy, wankeshina daddy daddy, wankeshina daddy daddy.
And as you can tell, we are on some energy today, girl. What is up, honey?
On
How
fumes.
You feeling? Fumes?
Oh my god, I just got that. Wait, when you say I'm running on fumes, is it because you inhaled fumes like bleach, which are drugs, which get you high?
Wow. All right, mark that 2 minutes in, and we are already talking about things that are going to get this episode stricken down. This is why we can never monetize on anything.
But is that not what that means?
That's why we can never monetize on anything. We're never G-rated enough for a damn... No, that's not what it means.
But is that what running on fumes means?
No.
Because you just... Okay, we're alert.
No, that is not what running on fumes means. I'll look it up for you right now.
Run my hand like coca. Oh my gosh, what is the...
Running on fumes...
nose full of that Tina Snow.
Running on fumes means to be almost out of energy, money, or fuel, or to be close to the point of being unable to continue. Okay?
Oh. Well,
yeah.
That too. But isn't fumes like also the, like, you know, the scents?
The fumes of gasoline.
Yeah.
So when a tank is
like
empty, when a tank is empty, you've got nothing in there but fumes.
But you can get high off
That's
of
what
that.
you're... No, girl, this has nothing to do with getting high. Running on fumes has nothing to do with getting high, honey. Please.
It would just make sense, logically speaking, that is what it means.
No, that's not what it means, actually.
Because, you know, I feel like people say it more often when they have high energy. But
no,
it's like they're
nobody
super tired,
says that.
But they have energy and they're like, I don't even know like where it's coming from. I'm running off fumes.
No, babe. That is so not what that...
The more I say this out loud, the worse it sounds.
You know when you're just absolutely wrong, but you just like refuse to admit that you're wrong?
No,
and
but
you just
you
dig
understand.
yourself deeper?
I feel like people only say I'm running on fumes, or maybe it's me. I say I'm running on fumes.
Clearly!
Like,
what are you smoking?
Energy. I'm low energy, but I'm like, I seem high energy.
What are you inhaling?
Fumes.
What kind of fumes are you inhaling? That's my question. Are you
bleach, gasoline?
That's what's keeping you going.
That releases fumes.
That's what's keeping you going.
Like something that you can sniff.
Child.
Can you inhale fumes?
I'm so good. This is how I know. This is how I know you don't do hard drugs.
I actually learned about people. You know, you can get high off of inhaling a lot of poop. human poop. That was on 1,000 Ways to Die. He would like inhale anything, and I think he was like going through withdrawal or something. So like he took a shit or somebody took a poop, and he just stuck his head in the toilet and started inhaling it deeply. Yeah, I think somebody took a poop, and he was like, "Don't flush it," and then he went to inhale it. He was like, ah, and then he died because of like, I don't know, poop releases like carbon dioxide or something like that.
Monoxide.
Yes, you can inhale fumes.
Yeah,
May
everybody knows you can inhale
cause.
fumes.
So you see the logic, my logic, and
But
where
those
my
fumes do not
context
give
was.
you energy. They don't. Okay, you know what? That's clearly. It seems that the Untitled Africans podcast has lost all manner of like
But you're
direction
making it seem like this
in
is
this
an
episode.
illogical connection.
It is because no one says I'm running on. Okay, when people say they're running on fumes, that means they are running on an empty tank of gas or they're running low on energy and they're whatever is left.
Literally,
Wait,
that's what
let
it
me finish.
means.
Let me land. When all that's
Land.
left is the fumes in the tank, that's what's keeping them going. That means you have literally nothing else. That does not mean that yes, I'm running on the fumes of something that's getting me high and giving me energy. Maybe you're the
But
only
I feel
one
like
who
it could
you're
be
the only
interpreted
one.
either way.
No one
No,
in their right mind who understands the
you.
English language.
I'm in my
When
right
you're,
mind.
it's okay. It's okay to say that you're wrong. It's okay to say that you're
I'm
wrong.
not wrong. I'm not
It's
wrong. I just
okay.
had a misinterpretation of what it literally meant. But people,
It's okay.
get phrases get different meanings
It's
depending on the
okay.
messenger.
You
So
need
it's okay
to
that I have a different
call.
interpretation than you,
No, it's
because your
not because you're
interpretation
the
and
only
definitely
one in the entire world.
Google's is not the end all be all. And baby, you know what? I did do this TikTok video, and it
Call
was
the
like,
English department at UGA and tell them you want your money back because baby they
I
failed
didn't
you.
study English, so they have nothing to do with me.
Correction,
I
call
did
the
see a
journalism
TikTok.
department.
I did see a TikTok, and it was like, "What's 1 + 1?" And it's like 2. And then it was like something like, "What's 4 × 3?" And it was like 12. And they're like, "Name a vegetable." And apparently everybody says carrot, but I was thinking eggplant, and they were like, "If you didn't think carrot, then your brain is not like 99% of people, and you do not get influenced by outsiders
Wow.
easily." So if anything, that explains why my interpretation was my own, that many people don't think of, because baby, I'm one of one, and so is my mind. So because you don't understand the connection doesn't mean that it can't be interpreted as such.
Girl, we been knew you been on the spectrum a long time ago. Come on now. We been knew you on the spectrum. We know you don't think like everybody
Anyways,
else.
don't you have an intro to do or some, like, how was your week, friend?
It's on the up and up. Things are looking positive. I'm trying to look on the upside. It's almost the day of love, so I'm trying to love on myself a little bit. So yeah, that's really where I'm
I love
at.
that.
I'm trying to find the love for myself. It's a new month. February it's been good so far. So fingers crossed for positivity vibes. I don't know. January came in and she was very woof. She said, I don't know. January felt long as hell. I'm sorry. I feel like it's still like it was long as hell. I don't
January
know.
always feels long, I think. January
Yeah.
is always like, you just always feel every day. It's like, damn, bitch, this is what 31 days feels like.
Like I feel like we have lived like a full 3 months worth of shit in January
Within
alone.
January. No, no, actually. Actually.
And and it's like, damn,
It's
okay.
like, and January's like, I'm,
I'm
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 still
still
here,
here.
here,
Yeah.
here.
No, literally.
It's like, dang, girl, okay, we see. And then
I don't
February's
know.
like, I'm here, bye.
February comes in, sits
Hey,
down,
Gray,
looks
how y'all
around.
doing?
February comes in, sits down, looks around, reads the room, gets the fuck up, and leaves.
She's
Okay.
like, hey, how y'all doing? Okay, bye, nice to meet you. Like,
This was no, literally. So
coming and going.
yeah, literally. But it's all about love this month for me and loving on
La, la,
myself.
la,
So la la
la,
la
la, 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 la.
la la la
La,
la
la,
la
la,
la
la, la, la,
la
la,
la
la,
la
la.
la. Doing,
Zitty,
doing.
zitty, voodoo.
Don't even. Oh, of course. I was gonna say don't even try it, but
Um,
of course. How are
sorry. I
you,
hope I didn't
friend?
disturb your earphones, earbuds.
Uh,
Um, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, I'm ready. I feel like February always gives me like a boost of energy. I don't know if it's the
Mm-hmm.
Black History Month of it all
You
or
know,
what, but it always gives brighter day, brighter day, brighter day. But then it's like the shortest
amen.
month. But yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. You know, just enjoying the brighter days ahead. In my head, February is when it gets a little warmer. You know,
Really?
that's not always the case, technically, weatherly speaking. But in my head, I'm like, and I think it's because also daylight savings time or the end, whatever the crap is so close. It's like, wow, like things are really
Almost
getting better.
there.
Like before we know it, it's gonna be the sun is gonna be setting at 9 p.m. and all of the things. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm feeling
No,
good.
because for me, it's always, I feel like it gets a lot colder before it starts getting warmer. February is just like, all right, bitches, it's going to be cold as hell. Prepare yourselves. And it's like, but I feel like after the past is it 1 or 2 snow days that we've had? 2 snow days now in Atlanta. It's
Too,
like,
honey. We're
damn,
true to
house.
this. Honestly, it's like New
I feel
York ain't got
like,
nothing on us.
I feel like every day, every year, we get closer for it to being like it's gonna snow on Christmas. We're get inching closer and closer every
Mm.
year.
Because it does usually snow. Like if it's gonna snow, it's usually in February, and this year it was in
Mm-hmm.
January. But let's not
Exactly.
speak too soon because we still have all of February for it to snow.
Not too much.
So we really don't know what's gonna happen.
So, mm. But anyway, speaking of newfound energies and newfound feelings,
Experiences.
girl, have we found new jobs in this 2025?
She coming.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming,
Has the
but I just feel like there's so much more to think about when being unemployed than the next job.
has
Me
wait,
personally.
let me ask you this: has fun employment ended for you, or is it still fun employment?
See, I don't consider this fun employment. I consider fun employment when I'm making money, but I'm not employed like the way the girlies think you're supposed to be employed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just employed. There's no income coming in, fun or otherwise. Well, actually, I take that back. There is income. Okay, so I am kind of fun employed, but okay. What was the question?
Yeah,
What was
don't ever audition to be in a pageant because the way you're just taking the judges around in a circle. Because I asked a very
Let
simple
me tell you,
question.
these job
All I
interviews
said
have me
was,
fighting for my life when they're
"Bro,
like, so what are your weaknesses? So, you know what? I actually like to plan a lot. So, like the other day, I was planning my friend's birthday party, and they're just like very type A. So, I was like, okay, I need a color scheme. So, I was over here, I was at Hobby Lobby and Five Below and all of this trying to get their things together. And I
child,
found them this beautiful color scheme. I'm sorry.
what was
And
the
then in the
question?"
back of my head, I'm trying to remember what they even asked me.
The original question that I posed to you was, "Is it still fun employment or is not?"
Yes, I believe all unemployment is fun, and being employed takes the fun out of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Good answer. Good answer. Child, please. I'm
Vote for me
dead.
to be Miss Atlanta.
Miss
Miss
Unemployment
Atlanta.
herself.
What do you think of? Would do you
Um,
consider this fun employment? Or has the fun employment days ended for you?
Oh, fun employment ended for me a long time ago. Fun
Oh,
employment ended. Yeah, fun employment ended after November.
so like,
Um,
how long did the fun employment period
a
last? Like a
month,
week, 2 weeks, a month?
1 month,
Okay,
four
fair, fair.
weeks, 30 days, 31.
Why did it last specifically that long, that short, whatever,
Baby,
for
because
you?
that's when my severance and my last paycheck hit. And after that, it
Mm.
was Christmas. I couldn't really focus on nothing else. So I was
That's fair.
distracted. And
Yeah.
then New Year's came, and then birthdays happened, and quick as that money came in, it went right back out.
Oh my gosh, because like being unemployed during the holidays, what a time.
When I tell you the credit card bill that is waiting for me, child.
That brings me to my first point. If you can, if you can, if you can, if you can, if you are facing unemployment, sometimes it's forced on you. Gotta have sometimes forced on you. So this might be a little bit more out of your control.
Don't get me wrong,
Gotta have 3+ months worth of rent, living expenses, and things saved up
my thing is, fuck it, we
at
ball.
least.
Money is cyclical, okay? One day you have it, the next day you don't. You can hold on to it as much as you want, but then at some point it's all gonna go away. So fuck it, we ball.
All of it gonna go away. That's crazy. Do you mean when you're dead, or do you mean just like
You
on
can't
any
take it
given
with you when you
day?
dead.
You
You
can't
can't take
take
it
it
with you.
with you, but while you're alive, it's not all gonna go. I hope
Listen, it could. Who knows?
it
In this
could.
Trump
It could.
economy, who
In this
knows?
economy, definitely, honey. Most of us are like one bad medical experience away from
Oh,
bankruptcy. But yeah.
yeah. So for me, it was like, damn, bitch, you have you got severance and my last paycheck, and I was like, all right, fun's over, kiddos. What the hell we gonna do now?
What
It's like
the
that. It's like that.
hell we gonna
It's like
do
that
now?
little women sound bite from Miss Juicy. What the hell we gonna do now?
Mm,
But yeah,
mm,
Fun
mm,
Employment
mm.
ended for me a long time ago. It was cute. It was cute for a minute. Not waking up early, not having to,
Mm.
responsibilities like working
Mm.
overtime, all that stuff. But yeah, that shit ended for me. So sorry.
Do you
Mm-mm.
feel like you took a moment to like in the time either now or then or whatever to evaluate what you want to do? Like I feel like a part of the good thing, the few good things about being unemployed or losing your job is like you get a moment to rethink what you're doing. It's like, okay, wait, I'm no longer in the career, the trajectory I was
Mhm.
going towards. Like now is the time for me where I can be doing something else.
Yeah.
Like now I could be like, do I still want to continue this career? Do I want to go to school? Do I want to move? Like the world is low key, high key, your oyster.
Yeah. I think for me it was just there was a I like I said before in like our episode talk, New Year's episode is like I was definitely looking for a little bit more direction in my life and like what's next. I think I got that a little bit in this time that I'm just like not working. Is it
Mm.
another career path? I don't think so. I know we just talked about burnout and how you must take time for yourself and not let black girl boredom be like, all right, bitch, let's go get another degree. But for me, it's the answer was to go back to school.
So you're doing that?
Yeah, I guess that's
You are?
happening. Yeah, I haven't.
What?
I hadn't told
You
you.
didn't tell me this.
I hadn't told anybody. No one knows. Like officially,
Oh
officially. I mean,
wow.
I'd mentioned it like in passing, like it might be an option, but I
Yeah.
hadn't like confirmed that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. It's like so. It's
Do you
my
want to
way
give
of
any more details? Like, is it a degree? Is it a certificate? Or you're like, I'm gonna hold cards close to my chest for
babe.
now?
I gotta. I can't. I live mysterious girl. I'm mysterious girl down. You won't know until it happens.
Okay, period. Honey,
Real
pop out with
niggas
your
move in
degree.
silence. Move in
Okay,
silence.
silence.
Yeah.
Pop out with your degree, honey. Pop out and show niggas.
And in all honesty, with Trump signing an executive order repealing the Equal Employment Opportunities Act 1965, girl, I don't know if anybody actually gonna even hire me because I'm black. So
I'll be
might as
putting
well go
white
to
in all
school.
them applications. I put white. And then they
That's
look at my, yeah, no, my portfolio. I don't have my picture. When
listen.
you
I
look at me, you see, think that I'm white.
I need to take LinkedIn picture down actually.
Yeah.
But then nowadays, I don't know if you've had this, but like I've had a couple of applications so far, over 10 applications, be like, send us a video of yourself. I said, video? What you need a video
I
for?
had one. Wait, you've had multiple? Wait, what did
Mm-hmm.
it say?
And just being like, hey, send us a video, like telling us about yourself and answering the question, why is it you think you'd be a perfect for this role? And I'm like, what y'all need a video for?
Oh my God, I
And it'll
had that. And
be
they were like, go to Loom or something to upload
record
a
a
video.
loom. Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I
First,
don't
I
know.
thought it was very anti DEI. Well, it was giving, I don't want to say eugenics, but like it was just like, okay, mine was for like a health and fitness company. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are you trying to see like,
If I'm fat,
are people fat?
are you body
Yeah.
shaming me? Are you trying to figure out if I'm fat?
But I didn't realize this was like a thing that is
No,
happening. That is
like
insane.
I've had multiple companies that I've applied for, and in their initial application, not even like a stage 2 interview process, like initial application, be like, send us a video, and I immediately click away. I'm like,
Me, yeah,
no,
same.
I've already
I put
I've
thumbs down. I was like, hide this. Don't show me this nonsense.
I literally, like, when I like I've tailored my entire like resume already to fit the job description. I've written a like cover letter that's directed towards this specific position. Now you want me to record a video?
Like, be
Already
so
enough is
for real.
enough. So
What do you need
yeah,
a video for? That's what I want to know. Like,
that
are you just like, I don't want to go through the interview process? Is this going to eliminate one of the many thousand round interviews that y'all are trying to do?
maybe
Like, it's weird, especially considering the times that we're in. I don't like that.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
like that.
I've had one company even be like, "Can you upload a picture of yourself?" I said, "Nope."
For what reason? Like, what does me and my appearance have to do with
Mind you,
the
these are
job?
like the roles are literally like I think I kind of understand why this is like because my
Enlighten
career
me.
path and my like trajectory has been in like client facing roles, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So is it you don't want my kind
So we got to see if your face is symmetrical enough to be in front of our
to be
clients to
facing
see
clients?
if,
Like, but
yeah.
also I've also come to learn that my field is predominantly like female led.
Hmm.
So there's like a lot of women in like client facing like tech SaaS positions. And so a lot of companies I feel like are also not hiring me because I'm male. And I'm not talking
Hmm.
no like reverse sexism type thing. It's not that at all. But I feel like sometimes that could be it. And I'd be like, okay, why do you need a video? Why do you need a picture?
Yeah, no, that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
this
it's
has
like,
not been
you're
fun
not.
employment. All this to say, this has not been fun employment. This is not the same unemployment that I experienced when I was like in my early 20s when I didn't have a job. This is
Mm,
not the same. Because anybody who knows me or like any of my friends who knows me, I am Brian. My name is Brian. Always keep a job, Kamotho.
mm.
Okay. I may be let go or I may quit a job yesterday, but in a week or so, I'm on to the next. This job market is the bullshit. So yeah, being unemployed is not
Yeah,
the same now as it was back then when I was younger.
that's fair. That's fair. I feel like I too am down to keep a job, but like, I don't care what the job is. Like if I'm like out of a job, like I'll go to McDonald's and fill out an application. Like last time I was going to Outback Steakhouse and I got a job
She was
there.
about to Wangechi was killing me. This girl was really about to go to was it Applebee's?
No, it was Outback Steakhouse. Wait, which
No.
year?
What do you mean which year? The year that you were back over here on our sides.
After New York?
Yes, after New York.
Maybe Applebee's. I applied to a lot of places. Olive
No.
Garden.
Cause no, it was definitely the Applebee's by the mall here out
Oh,
here.
and Ackworth area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I remember we went there to have like I remember because I don't know, our friend was like obsessed with Applebee's for a time. You remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm remembering.
and we'd like go out there just to like eat or whatever, and it's a great place. Don't get me wrong. And I remember you were like, "Oh my god, guys, yeah, I applied here. They didn't hire me." Or no, you went in for like 1 day of training or something.
And no, not at Applebee's. I
Was
didn't
it the
go in for
Outback that you?
training. It was Outback I went for training. Red Lobster, I got hired there, and then my first day, I I still was working at my other job, so I just didn't show up. And then they called me. They're like, "Hey, where were you?" And I was like, "I'm not gonna be working there. I'm sorry."
What happened
With Red Lobster or
with
Applebee's
any
or
of these jobs?
Outback. Red Lobster, I already had another job. I was just like, I'll do both jobs because I was like going to South Africa. So I was like, why not make some more money in between?
Mm-hmm.
But then they were not respecting my
Schedule.
availability. So I was like, these are my days. And he's like, that's a good suggestion. So I'll put you for this instead. And I was
I
just
said,
like,
"Well, no,
okay. And I was just there like, okay.
you won't
And
see
then I
me."
just didn't show up. I was like, my old job or this job? I was like, I'll stick with the job that I have. And then Applebee's just one of many places that I applied to. Outback Steakhouse. I was supposed to work there, but then I was coming in to like do my paperwork and stuff, and their pipes burst.
Oh
The
yeah,
hiring
that's what it
manager wasn't
was.
there. I was like, I don't
Y'all
know
got
if
too
I was
much
ready
going
to.
on.
I was like, baby, God, you don't got to tell me nothing else. I'm gonna
This is a
leave right now,
sign.
and I will not come back. Thank
Nope.
you. And then the smell reminded me of Zaxby's, like my whole high
Oh
school job.
yeah,
I was just like,
get me out of here.
I thought I could do this. I can't do this. But all that to say, I am one to apply to these jobs.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Well, I guess she may
But
be the one
I
to.
would, I would
She
follow through. But then
stay.
something else always ends up coming through, like something more career oriented always ends up coming through, and it's like, baby,
It'd be
this
right
day
when you be
job that I
walking in
was
the door. Right when you
no,
walk in the door too.
literally, I'd be like about to walk into this day job, and then a career
Email
opportunity
comes
is like,
in.
"Hey, girl,
Hey.
hey, how y'all doing?" I'm like, "Okay, bye, thanks for the opportunity, gotta go." But no, I think if I do get like a regular day job this year, I do want to keep it for like at least 6 months to a year minimum.
Really?
I feel like it'll be like a fun like side mission, like last year was very serious for me. Like it was very much giving to adults.
You were
Very
like, wait,
much
I'm too young. I'm still young.
this is too much. I felt like a part of my soul was like, bye girly, especially a part of my childhood soul was like,
Yeah.
it's been fun, bye. So I think this year I need like
A
to
little
chill a
less
little bit.
serious.
But then I say that and we'll see what happens. But anyways,
No,
um
I feel like I was gonna say, Wangechi, you're definitely somebody who I'm like. You're always telling me you're like, oh my god, wouldn't that be such a cute job to have? Like the amount of times this girl has
I love
said,
a cute job.
the amount of time this girl has said she wants to be a barista. I'm like, Wangechi, you are not going to be able to handle being a barista. I've done it. I've worked
I
it. I
want
did
to
it for 3 months.
work every job for like a month. Every job in the world for like a month at a
You,
time.
what was that girl on Austin and Alley who every day she'd walk in on the episode got a new apron with a new like job uniform?
Yeah.
Trish, that was her name. Trish. She'd be working
She
at the
always
she had
got a new.
that girl had worked every job at that damn mall for
Yes,
God knows how
actually,
long.
I was low-key speaking about this with my therapist. It might be my avoidance. Um, others may call it commitment issues, but technically it's my avoidance. Technically, legally, psychologically
Clinically
speaking,
speaking.
clinically speaking, it's more so my avoidance than anything else. So
Is it
she's challenged me. Hmm?
avoidant attachment? Or
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
mm,
So, for one, she's challenging me to just stay put. Because I was like looking at apartments and condos, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
getting the urge to move. I just
This
want
girl, no.
to move.
Listen, let me tell you something. This girl literally, mind you, has no job, no money coming in apart from whatever other way she's got money coming in. This girl ain't got no
Oh,
money.
you made it sound so sketchy.
No, not like
Nice
that, y'all. No, no,
slang,
no, no,
Paige.
no.
Yeah.
She got
I got
no
a
money
secret
coming in.
OnlyFans.
She got no money coming in, right? She's sitting at my counter talking about some Brian. I think I'm about to hyperfixate on moving out again. I said, girl, you're broke. You have no
No,
money.
I've been looking at $600,000 condos, and I just know that's gonna be me soon. I just need like $150,000 deposit, but that kind of fixation is what motivates me to get a real job and commit to it. Because I'm like,
But that'd be
well,
the
how can I
same
ever get
one.
this con? But I'll be in that condo looking at other condos, like, oh
Be
wait,
like,
no,
ooh,
wait, I
what's
want
next?
this one
Be like, no, I
and
want a
that
house
one
now.
and the other one and another.
What I tell, like, Wangechi's that unemployed friend that you're just like, what are you up to? And you'll be like,
I'm
and
in
how the hell you end
Rome.
up over there?
Yeah, I'm
Girl,
in
you are
Rome right now,
unemployed with no
not
job.
Georgia.
It is 2
I'm
p.m.
in
on a Tuesday.
Hungary, okay, and I don't mean the state of being.
Listen.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I am
me,
that friend.
I'm the send out as many applications as fucking possible, friend. I'm
You
the
are. You get down, honey. You don't play.
Baby, I do at least 10 to 15 applications a day minimum. And I will not quit until somebody hires me. Baby, I'd
That's
be
impressive, though.
be exhausted. But I'd be like, you know
That's why I
what?
feel like you need to take breaks.
Somebody's gonna hire me. Babe, you just heard me say how I have a credit card. Amex is low-key about to
Excuse
be
me for
knocking on my
being
door. Where our money at, bitch? Like, I mean, don't get me
honey, we
wrong.
just
I
want to
have
talk.
no, like that. It's not even honestly. I'm acting like it's like crazy ass payment. It's like literally a couple $100, but it's like it'll get paid. But to me, I'm like in my head, I'm like panicking, freaking out. Like, bitch, we need to get this money. We need to get this money now.
Now,
But then I'm
honey.
also the type of
You need
person
to
who's
get
like,
on
I
your
don't know if it's
phone.
for me to like, even like when I was employed, like unemployed, like 2 years ago, it took the suppression of like pride and ego for me to walk into that Starbucks and ask for a job.
I don't understand the pride or the ego of it all.
Listen, it's just I don't know what it is about me. It's just like my pride and ego will not allow me to just. And this is like
Get your money, black
I
mage. That's Childish Gambino said.
and I completely understand. And to that point, I did get my money. And as soon as like something more aligned with what I know I'm worth came along, I said, "Bye, bitches." They didn't even blocked their corporate number, blocked the manager's number, blocked my coworker's number, blocked and deleted them from my Instagram.
What did you just say? Like, I quit? And you
Oh no, girl! I
just
said I
sent
got
them
to
a
use the
text?
restroom, and I got in my car and I left.
Not you went to go get the milk from the store and never came back.
No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't do that. I finished out my shift that afternoon, but like afterwards, they didn't hear from me again. I was
That
scheduled
would
the
be
next day.
so funny if you
I was scheduled again the
I
next
gotta
day.
go to
Like,
the restroom. I just imagine them seeing you walk across the
and they're
counter
calling
to
my
the
name
door.
on my phone. They're like, he knows we can see him, right?
Right.
And at the time, you remember I was driving my hoopty. Imagine if I had left and it just stopped and stalled out.
Like, can y'all help me push my car out real quick?
Where are you going, Brian? I had a family
I
emergency.
gotta go to the bathroom. I don't like public.
I don't use the bathroom anywhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, like the next day I was scheduled at 4 a.m. I didn't show up. Blocked and deleted. I
4
slept in.
a.m.
I slept
Period.
in, girl.
I know that felt good. The days where you know you typically be waking up mad early and you can just sleep.
Listen, that was the same way that like after I got laid off of my last job is like that day after waking up, I was like, wait, should I be doing something? And they're just like, wait, no, bitch, you don't have anything to do.
I don't have to
Go to
do
bed.
anything.
I was like, oh, okay, this is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Period. But I think that's also the good thing about like getting a nice day job is that like while you're looking for, your more career oriented job, you, you're not like at the mercy of them as much because you're like, I
Mm,
have money coming in. Yes, it's not as much as I'd like, but like if I want to find something that's willing to pay me more, if I want to find something that aligns with me more, like I don't have to just take the first thing that comes and potentially miss a better opportunity for me when it eventually does arise.
yeah.
Because I think also part of the thing about being unemployed is like you feel like you have to get another job right then and there,
Yeah,
um, because you need money.
I blame
But it's
capitalism,
also,
but
yeah, it's like you need the money, of course, but there could be something coming, it just might take some time before you get to it, and you don't want to be so desperate. That's why
oh
I like a day
baby.
job.
I saw somebody on LinkedIn talk about they were like advice to they were a recruiter or a hiring manager, and they were talking about here's some advice for people who are interviewing for jobs right now. Tell me why this woman said, do not come off as desperate when recruiters
Mm.
and hiring managers are reaching out to you. She was like, we can sense it and it's low-key unattractive. I said, bitch, have you seen the times that we're in? Bitches is desperate. Like,
It's so funny.
we need, like, there are people like,
Money.
right, people who have been unemployed for like 9, 10, 12 months, like years since like 2023, 2022, still have not been hired. And you over here telling people not come off as desperate? Girl, these bills is due. Inflation
Girl,
is
I
still a
got
thing.
loans now at that
Right.
point.
So
Yeah.
it's like, I need you to be very fucking for real. But
That's so funny because they tell, like, in the acting industry, they tell, actors the same thing. Like, if you're desperate in an audition, like,
it'll come
don't
off.
come off as it, or it is not a good look that you desperately want this job. But it's like people need to make ends meet. So,
Like, girl, I gotta keep my actor's equity card. What do you mean?
like,
It may be a
maybe
commercial, it may be a non-speaking role, but I need to keep my damn actor's equity.
I need something, honey. I'm
I
from
got
around the
dental
way.
work
I'm
I
in
gotta
here
get
with
done.
something. And it's like, especially if it's in something that you like know that you're good at or passionate about, and you're like just waiting for finally the opportunity. It's like,
Mm, I
that's,
don't.
don't call it desperate. Call it high achieving. Call
Mm,
it, diligent. Why you gotta call it desperate?
like right now, I know I have like 3 unanswered emails from a recruiter that I've sent
Why?
them. I've sent
Oh,
them.
they haven't answered you?
Yeah,
Or you haven't? Oh, why?
like
Why haven't they answered you?
mind you, I was having a back and forth conversation with them. The last email that she sent me was, "Hey, can we reschedule to do?" She was like, "Hey, sorry, we missed our time today. Can we reschedule?" I said, "Yeah." And the first email I responded about like, "Hey, apologies for that. I had the wrong time as far as like the meeting was supposed to be." It's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I
Mm.
had the wrong time. Are you free? Are you available later today at 4:30 my time?" No response. Next email, "Hey, sorry that we missed our meeting or our time, whatever, but I'm available. This is my availability for Monday through Friday. Let me know what works for you. We can schedule a time." No response. That was last week. No, yeah, that was the week. That was the week before last. This last week, I was like, "Hey, please see my availability above. Let me know like what works for you. Really looking forward to you know talking and discussing this role." Still nothing. Am I gonna email a third time? No. After that, I'm like, okay, you
I
clearly have
don't.
already
This is
filled
a
this role.
recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mind
get
you,
it
this
because
was
aren't
a
recruiters supposed to
this
come to you and like help? Isn't their job to help you get a job or something?
this was a refer like this was a referral. We were referred
What
to
is?
each other from a mutual friend.
Oh,
That's what I'm
and they're trying
saying.
to ghost you? That's
And I'm
crazy.
and I'm almost tempted to text the mutual friend who connected us to be like, "Yo, your friend is shady. Like they ghosted me. Just a heads up." So if that's really your friend,
Is this your
heads
friend?
up.
This your
That's your
friend?
friend?
That's
Okay.
your friend?
Ain't that your friend?
Ain't that
Ain't
your
that your friend? Yeah.
friend? About that last one.
Listen.
That's crazy. I mean, wow. I don't even have words.
Cause like, I'm gonna tell our friend that connected us, right? Like,
Like our mutual connection. That's kind of
we're
the whole thing about referrals. Like supposed to be
right.
like leave a positive impression and things.
Yeah,
So,
but
okay, when looking for a job, you're back looking for a job. Cover letter or no cover letter?
baby, oh, it's tough because I hate writing cover letters. I'll be honest. If it says optional, I usually don't do it. But if it
Mm.
says required, I click away from the job. If it says required, I click away from the job. I
That's
said, y'all don't want me.
hilarious.
Be like, y'all don't want me. Y'all want people
You
who go the
don't
extra
want
mile.
me
That's
when
not
you're
me.
after me.
I will say I'm very much like, as an employee, I'm very much like I will do the role that I was hired to do to my fullest abilities for the time frame that I was hired to do them.
Yeah,
But you not seeing me
respect.
before. You're not seeing me before 9, nor am I staying past 5 without compensation.
Adequate compensation. Mm.
Correct. That's
Mm.
very much my attitude. I like a work life balance. And I feel like I scare away a lot of jobs because I say that. Like I'll be 100%, not because I say that like I'll only work the hours. No. I'll say that in interviews they'll be like, what are you looking for in your next like role or something? I'm like, well, I'm looking for something I could grow in, da da da, the usual spiel or whatever. And they'll be like, okay, then so like are you, and I'll be like, and I'm also looking for something where I have like work life balance. Because in all honesty, it's like my job is not my everything. My job does not define me. To me, my job is not end all be all.
Right.
And I literally just had a conversation with my friend who has a problem with this. And she's a salaried employee. And I literally sat there and I told her, I was like, girl, you have been at this for so long. Like, do you even enjoy, like, girl, you'll be calling me 8 p.m. and I'll be like, where are you? She'll be like, oh, I'm leaving the office. It's 8 p.m. You may be
And she's coming in
salaried.
in the morning.
I'll be like, you may be salaried, but your salary is only for a 40-hour work week,
Clock it. Clock it.
not 60, not
Definitely not
70.
60.
And she'll be like, well, these emails, if I miss out, this money on the table. I'm like, the money will still be there the next day, won't it? The money can sleep. And she'll just be like, no, Brian. I'll be like, all right, girl.
I wanna cosplay as her for like 2 years at a really high paying job though. Like let me just do these big girl things that are like what you imagined like your 18-year-old self working. You're like, yeah, stay late and work hard if I have to. You would do it too for a check. Cause when you're 18, you're like imagining yourself at a big girl job, wearing these big
For
girl
those wondering,
clothes,
that
working
sound is
big
me
girl hours.
gagging. Because hell
I feel
no.
like I would love to do that for like 2 years, but it has to be paying pretty. I need to be doing it for a pretty penny.
Girl, hell no. Hell the
Because I
fuck
realize
no.
I can work hard for a job, but I
Mm-mm.
will quit also
One
if
thing
you're
about me and
working too
Wangechi, we
hard.
will quit.
I
We
don't
will
get left,
quit.
I'm a leaver,
Baby.
like Justin Bieber. So I'm a cover letters girl through and through. I was
Back
looking at my
to
cover
back
letters.
to this whole conversation.
I was writing cover letters for customer service receptionist jobs. And baby, I was my heart and soul, 3, 4 paragraphs, full page. My Google Docs is like 300 pages of cover letters that I wrote. And I tried to copy and paste, but then I'd be like, no, this example doesn't really fit this job. So I'll tweak this, but then the intro doesn't make sense. So then I need a new conclusion. And the whole thing would just end up being different. And I have like, I don't even know how many variations of a cover letter. This time around, I'm trying not to do that. Like
Oh,
I've written one cover letter because they were like, we love a cover letter. No, I've written two now, 2.5. One wasn't like a real cover letter. It was just like an email. They asked for an email for me to email them my resume, and I didn't want to just say nothing.
I I generally want to ask these companies who ask for cover letters, what does the cover letter do for y'all? Like
They were like, we
what
want
does
to
it
see your
do?
personality.
Okay, then
I want
call
to
me
get
in for
an
an
idea of your
interview.
personality. Ooh, clock it.
Same ones that this is my thing to the same ones who want to do an interview or who want a video or whatever. Call me in for an interview. You want to see my personality? Call me in.
Call me. Do you know what? Tomorrow, there's two jobs that are similarly paying. One is in my industry, but it's just like very chill, very lax, and one is just like a regular day job.
Mm-hmm.
The regular day job asked me to come in for an interview. I said no. So we
Wait,
did a
in
Zoom
person?
meet. Yeah, in person.
Oh wait, what? Why didn't you go?
It was snow. It was a snow day.
Oh, okay,
So I
okay,
was
okay,
like, I'm
gotcha.
not coming in, baby. So they
I'm
were
not
like,
risking my
let's do
life.
Teams meeting. Yeah, and then so we did a Teams meeting. Originally, when they called me, the person who called me asked me some questions on the phone. And they were like,
Mm-hmm.
bet we want to do a meeting. And then so we had the Teams meeting. And they were like, okay. They told me the next day, bet we want another meeting with you the day after. So really 3 meetings. Like I've talked to 4 different people for this day job. And then this other one that's in my industry, and just like all they want is a phone call. And I'm like, I'm doing all this for a day job. And then so I was saying all that to say, so last year I did all of these cover letters, even for customer service representative jobs, receptionist jobs, just for the job that actually hired me. They said, "Baby, we found your LinkedIn. Like, do
You
you
cool.
wanna work for us?" Granted, I did end up having to do like a little premiere test for them. Thank God
Okay.
I was hired because I did that for free. But like it was like I wrote all these cover letters and for what?
There was there was a girl on TikTok who posted about this job that she reached out to that reached out to her. The recruiter reached out to her about like and so she did like the whole steps, everything. One of the things they were like, oh, here's a prompt or an example. Can you do like a presentation about XYZ, right? And so at the end of all of it, she said she gave them the details, presented the presentation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why the recruiter was like asking her, "Hey, the people want to know, could you send them your like a hard copy of your presentation?" And she was like, "Why?" She was like, "Oh, they just want to have it just to like compare da 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 whatever." She was like, "No." Mm-mm. She goes, "Y'all didn't pay me for it, so why would I give you
Mm.
my free present?" And then people in the comments were like, "Oh, just send it to them with a watermark, with a big ass watermark." And she was just like,
Oh.
"Nah." I think at the end of it, she just stood firm and was just like, "Okay, well, I gave them my presentation, and if they still want it, that's weird. So thank you, but
Mm.
no thank you. You can take me out the running for this role." I want to understand these jobs that have you do like all these assessments, presentations, whatever, whatever. You just want free labor? Is that it? I'm If that's the case, I have a freelance rate that you could pay me, like a contractor rate that you could pay me, and I could do this work
Mm.
for you if that's what it is.
Mm.
But the
No,
fact
that's
that y'all
real.
the
I
way they
think for
ask
mine, I think for mine was like we want to see like to what ability can you edit because it was simple. Granted, I overthought it. Is that a word? Overthought. I did
overthink.
overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's the past tense? I did
I think
overthink
the
it and end up spending like 6 to 8 hours on it. But it was a simple ask.
6 to 8 hours
That was
or
on my
six to
own doing though.
eight.
6 to 8, not
Okay, no,
68.
I heard 6 to 8.
No, there was another job application I did, and a part of it was like a whole exam thing. Like, and they were like, oh, if you have this, that, and the third, then you need to do this. Make a presentation detailing this, that, and the third, because we want to see if you can do this. I started working on it, and I was like, close my laptop. I was
You
like,
said
I'm not doing this.
no,
This job is not
no,
for me. Like, no.
no.
Because it's like I was afraid like with like even the Adobe quizzing thing because it's like they can take what you did and just use it.
Yeah,
And luckily they didn't do that, and I also I got the job. But even if I didn't get it, they could have been like, well, now we see that idea because it's like I could. They were also like, implement. Feel free to implement any creativity. Da, 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 da. And then it's like that gets a little finicky because then you're like, are you asking me to implement creativity so you can steal ideas like the Spotify girl who was
and
just
that's
the
the
intern?
thing. And
Or
that's the
what?
And that's the thing that I worry about, like with a lot of these companies that have you do like all these projects and stuff is like, are y'all just fishing for ideas for your company and then just leaving a bunch of, people just or potential candidates just out on the lurch being like, okay, I haven't heard back. What's up? And then literally they'll just tell the recruiter, hey, we've decided to hire from internally, or hey, there's no funding for this role. What the fuck happened to the funding for the role? And meanwhile, you've got all these portfolios and projects of people's that you've taken. And next thing you know, I'm like, that's why my if you are somebody who is applying for like within the creative field and a job says, oh, can you do this project, and you decide to do it and they ask you to send you like the PDF or the portfolio for it or whatever, I always say trademark your shit, and watermark that motherfucker, because the minute they try to go use it as their own.
But it's hard if it's like their companies, like another company's messaging or something, Because what if they're like, oh, let's see if you can utilize our footage and do something with it? Because then it's like you can't trademark their stuff,
That's
but then they
fine,
can
but
take your ideas.
watermark that shit. You can watermark videos,
Fact.
watermark everything you do, so that way if they try to present it as their own, they're gonna be like,
You need to watermark it like the Shade Room be doing. The big font, the
TSR
big
in
bold
big.
letters.
Exactly,
What did
because that
Meg
shit.
say? The big font with the big letters be messing y'all up. Y'all be
I
always when you see the big font with the big letters.
I will say I'm very lucky in that I still live with my parents. I know that even though that can be very looked down on as a 27-year-old man, whatever. Um, I'm very lucky that I still live with them, and that even
Not
though
in this economy,
I'm
babes. Not
unemployed,
in our generation. Hmm.
even though I may be unemployed, that like I still have they're not, and they completely understand like the way this shit is going and how ghetto it is right now, and they're like
Hmm.
they are like,
Yeah.
listen, if it happens it happens, whatever your next move is, we're here for you, it's cool. But this shit is very much ghetto. But I know we can speak like this because we're in a very privileged space in that we have no major
Yes.
bills and shit to worry about. But
Right.
even
I
though
don't
we may
have
be
no kids or nothing. I don't have to go
I don't
that
know,
hard.
I don't have, I don't know what that
Like,
lifestyle is like, but like, even though we may speak from a privileged point of view, like our concerns and our qualms and our frustrations are still valid, because like we're not the only ones also going through this nonsense that is this job market. This shit is ghetto to another
yeah, bro.
level.
Yeah.
Like I have never
Yeah.
contemplating moving out of the country so hard because of like the current
I
job market.
understand. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but the way I've just been like, look, let me just get like a cute customer service remote job. I'll move back home and just work
In a
remotely, please.
shiffy.
Leave me
Yes.
the F alone. You know?
But yeah, but sometimes I'm like, maybe if I just got like my own place, that would force me to really be like an employee, like our friend that you were talking about that be staying at work till 8. I feel like maybe I need those kind of bills and those kind of problems to be like,
Yeah,
girl, lock
but then the
in.
thing about it is like, would you ever be able to enjoy any of it? In all honesty, because that was the question that I posed to her: is like, do you genuinely enjoy
Mm,
like the things that you've been able, the things that like this go hard mentality has been able to afford you? How often are you enjoying it, or are you able to enjoy it? You know, apart from like the
yeah,
vacations that it can pay for, or the trips or whatever. It's like, is it though?
I
Like,
like
is
them
it really worth it
trips
in the
though.
end? If like you have no
Them
memories
trips.
of like the good times.
Your day to day.
Yeah. And to
Yeah, and
me,
that's the thing also. Sorry.
no. And to me personally, it's just like I I evaluate my life as in a life well lived if I have great memories and I can tell stories about, oh, there was this time or this happened. It's like, but if I'm so like my head down, like tunnel vision on one goal and one thing, and it's like I look around and I'm just like, bitch, I'm like 40, 50 years old and I have no memories to recount for any of the time that I spent, it's like, what was the point of it?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I think, like we said a couple episodes ago, is like in this time of kind of transition for us and a lot of our generation that is, burnt out and in their late 20s, like trying to figure out what their next step is. I think reevaluating what, we deem as markers of success is really important. Even in unemployment, I think, like, for me, I've just been very much, okay, what are my values? What am I really in my next goal? Is like, yeah, making money is great, but what is that what's going to be it for me? Is that the success? Is like, I would love to hit six figures before I'm 30. Will it happen realistically? Maybe. Is it the end of the world if I don't know? What else is good? What else is a goal that is going to fulfill me in my life if I don't? So,
And I feel like during unemployment is a great time to start building for that also. Because I also think like sometimes we think that our goals are so out of reach, but like you can start small. You can probably do what you want to do for free right now to some capacity.
right.
Like start somewhere. And now, what you have now, as we said in that episode as well, is time that a lot more time that you didn't have then to commit to your goals. And that is a
Yeah.
perk of unemployment. It's like, okay, I might not have the funds as much as I'd like to invest in this, but I have the time to invest in it, which is so valuable. So I think that's a good thing about unemployment. That way you can reach whatever your goal is, like be that much closer. Because what is your goal for 2025? Like, is it just like oriented in your career? Do you have any personal goals? Anything that you miss
Right.
working on, doing? Like, it doesn't even have to be productive. If anything, during unemployment is a great time to enjoy unproductivity because maybe the job applications will make you productive enough. Okay.
Girl, applying for jobs in 2025 is a job in itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really
I will
is.
say, one good thing that came out of being unemployed, this podcast.
Were we unemployed when we got? Oh yeah, we were. We
We
were. We were
were.
like, we ain't doing nothing that way that
We ain't
day.
got shit else to do. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, look at us.
Look, who would have thought? Who would have
Who would
thought?
have thought? But
3, 4, 5 years later,
yeah, and we've been growing with it,
steadily
even though it seems like
stagnant.
job wise we're in the same place.
But you know what I will say though? I will say I think
Time
because last
goes.
time we were unemployed, we started the podcast, right? This time
Mm-hmm.
around that we're unemployed, we have a little bit more time, right? So I think now that we have all
Mm-hmm.
this time, we can definitely dedicate to making this bitch blow the fuck up.
Mm. See, you
Maybe
want
even
to
getting a
blow it up.
studio of
I
our
want to
own.
slowly grow her. Okay, we're losing the plot. Brian always likes to turn this into their pitch. And
I said it.
anyways, yes. Well, that's fair. That's fair to have also your goals for us for this year, especially during that is a good time for reflection too. Hopefully, by the time our
Since
anniversary comes around, we're now no longer unemployed.
I would also like, by the time our anniversary rolls around, to actually be in person again. Whether
We can for
Wangechi
that
wants,
episode.
oh brother, she never wants me to have any fun.
Babes, are you going to come over here? Or you want us to go to the mechanic shop at my old house? Because
I
that's what
keep
it's
telling
giving. You want
you,
us to sit on some wheels and some tires.
it could be a vibe. It could be a vibe. I've seen some other podcasts being recorded in like hotel lobbies or even in like random ass locations. That maybe that's our next vibe. Maybe that's our
Babes,
next leveling
and
up.
you want us to get kicked out. You want us to get kicked out. Actually, I might have a location for us to record on the anniversary. Don't hold me to it, but I might.
You know how I feel. You know how I be
Since
feeling. I gotta. What's the vibes giving? What's
you
the
cut out,
image? You
so
know,
I
I'm
don't
an
even
image
know what you said.
architect. I'm an image
What's the image?
architect.
I
You
don't
know.
know. Baby, do you want to be together or don't you? Beggars can't be choosers.
All right. And on that note,
See,
listen, y'all,
now
to all of our unemployed
you should be
motherfuckers.
advocating for me to get my $600,000 condo now, because you're like, you could just force yourself at my beautiful new condo. Be like, we're recording
You know
here.
what? It's okay. I'll just come to your guest room and never leave. How about that? Because you know I'd do it. I would do it.
You would do
I would
it.
pack
So you
my.
know what? You know what? I'm gonna have a
Don't
security
tempt
guard at
fate.
the door. If this person comes, this picture, make sure they have no bags with them. 0 bags. They're not allowed to bring bags
Why don't you love
into
me?
this
It's okay.
building.
It's okay. I won't wear bags. I won't.
No, because you're the type to
I'm
sleep
not gonna let you know
with her
how,
on your
but I'm
back.
gonna get my shit in there.
I'm like, if you see them or her, these following people, now you go. Now nobody's allowed to bring a bag up in there. Now you ruined it. You're the person that's talking and takes away the pizza party for everybody. Ain't
Fuck y'all
nobody
pizza.
allowed
My
to bring
mama
a
gonna buy
bag
me
now.
pizza anyway.
See?
Child. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to an unemployed episode of the Untitled African Podcast.
Unemployed episode is insane.
ah. Ah. Don't
Your
forget to
favorite
like,
unemployed friends
subscribe.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, do all the good stuff on YouTube and also wherever podcasts are found. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, even on Revolt. Also, follow us on our social medias at Untitled Africans Pod on Instagram,
Who's willing to do my hair
TikTok.
for Kenya prices?
Girl, Debt to December is over. Get off my phone. Anyways,
Or
y'all, we
I'll
love
pay
y'all.
for partying. I'll pay
You'll
for
pay
partying.
I'm dead.
Wash, condition, and parts. I'll pay
Is that what
for
you're?
it.
And I guess this is Wangechi's call to action to y'all. If any of y'all are braiders and will charge
Please, I know somebody's
Kenya
little sister is
prices,
trying to get her hair shop picked up, her braiding skills on 10.
actually, you know what? If you listen, if we turn that space into a studio, I'll get my little sister to do it for you. You know she got those
Let's
hands.
wrap this up.
Oh, now, and she'll give it to you for Kenya prices.
Wrap it up then.
All right, y'all.
Because
Thank
you know
y'all.
what? They play me anyway.
Oh, that's an offline conversation. Bye.
Bye.